In this video, we will solve trigonometric equations, again involving the double angle formula, and the angle unit will be degrees in these questions. Let's first focus on the double angle formula. There are three of them. Sine 2a, that is equals to 2 sine a cosine a. Cosine 2a, there are three formats. That is cosine square a minus sine square a. It can also be written as 2 cosine square a minus 1. It can also be written as 1 minus 2 sine square a. And the third one, that is for tangent. Tangent to a, that is 2 tangent a divided by 1 minus tan square a. Now, keeping this in mind, it's time to tackle the first problem, which is this. 4 sine 2x is equals to sine x. X lies between 0 and 360 degrees inclusive. First thing is break up sine 2x, which is 2 sine x cosine x. Second, most important thing is that do not divide. Whenever there is a possibility of taking common, do not divide. Always take common wherever there is a possibility of taking common. So therefore we have 8 sine x cosine x minus sine x equals to 0. Sine x common, 8 cosine x minus 1 equals to 0. Equate each term to 0. So therefore sine x equals to 0, 8 cosine x minus 1 equals to 0, 8 cosine x equals to 1. In other words, cosine x equals to 1 over 8. Let's proceed with the solution of this question. We have sine x equals to 0, cosine x equals to 1 over 8. Range of values of x for both of them lies between 0 and 360 degrees inclusive. When we want to solve sine x equals to 0, what we do is to draw a simple sketch, a y-axis, a x-axis, and a single cycle sine x. It starts with 0, ends at 360 degrees. That is the first thing that you need to label. In between is 180 degrees. Therefore, the solution that you're getting from here is x is 0, x is 180, x is 360 degrees. These are the three solutions that you obtain from this particular portion. What about this particular part? This is a 4-step solution. The first step is about quadrants. Cosine is positive in first and fourth quadrant. Second step, that is about range, which is already written over here. X lies between 0 and 360 degrees inclusive. Third step is about basic angle calculation. Cosine alpha is 1 over 8. This alpha is the symbol that we use for basic angle. And when we use a calculator, we find the value of alpha comes out to be 82.8 degrees. Now, what are we interested in? We are interested in the quadrants, and we know that in the first quadrant, the required angle is the basic angle. In the fourth quadrant, the required angle is 360 degrees minus the basic angle. The symbol that we use for required angle is theta, but the question in this particular example has the variable x. So x is equals to alpha, that is 82.8 degrees. X is equals to 360 minus 82.8 degrees, which comes out to be 277.2 degrees. So therefore, the very final answer for this particular question should be written in ascending order. 0 was there, and then we had 180 degrees, and we had 360 degrees. And in between, you can fit in 82.8 degrees and you can fit in 277.2 degrees. So these are the 5 answers for this particular question. That was 4 sine 2x is equals to sine x. Let's move to the next question. The next question is 4 sine 2x is equals to tangent x. 4 as it is, sine 2x is written as 2 sine x cosine x, and we can break up tangent x into sine x over cosine x. Cross multiply. So what do we have? We have 8 sine x cosine square x is equals to sine x. Again, sine x is common on both sides. So what should we do? We should always take common. So transfer it to the left hand side. 8 sine x cosine square x minus sine x equals to 0. Sine x common. 8 cosine square x minus 1 equals to 0. Therefore, both terms should equal to 0. Sine x equals to 0. Similarly, 8 cosine square x minus 1 equals to 0. 8 cosine square x equals to 1. Cosine square x equals to 1 over 8. Therefore, cosine x is square root of 1 over 8. Now we will proceed from here. When we have sine x equals to 0, that is just a simple usage of the graph. We draw the x-axis and we draw the y-axis and we draw one simple cycle, that is for sine x. It starts from 0, ends at 360, in between is 180. So we have three answers. X is 0, x is 180, x is 360, because the range over here is inclusive. What happens with this particular question? Cosine x is equals to plus minus square root of 1 over 8. And now we have to go for the 4-step solution. Since cosine is positive and negative, that means the answer lies in all 4 quadrants. That is the first thing. The range is still the same. X lies between 0 and 360 degrees. The next step is about the calculation for the basic angle. Cosine of alpha equals to plus square root of 1 over 8. And when we use the calculator, the value of alpha comes out to be 69.3 degrees. Since we are dealing with the first and the second and the third and the fourth quadrant, in the first quadrant, theta equals to alpha. Second quadrant, theta is 180 degrees minus alpha. Third quadrant, theta is 180 degrees plus alpha. Fourth quadrant, theta is 360 degrees minus alpha. Now, in place of theta, we have x all over the place. So x is alpha, x is 180 minus alpha, x is 180 plus alpha, x is 360 minus alpha. And this is alpha, our basic angle. So when we do the calculation, we get the answer, and the first answer comes out to be 69.3 degrees. After the subtraction from 180, this is 110.7 degrees. Next one is 249.3 degrees. Last one is 290.7 degrees. And then what we do is that we write all the final answers together. So we have these 4 answers, and alongside we can write a 0 degree, we can write 180 degree, and we can write 360 degrees. So these are the answers for this particular question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we end up with 7 answers for this particular question, which was about 4 sine 2x is equals to tangent x. Let's move to another question. Now the other question is about 4 tangent 2x, tangent x equals to 1. So for tangent 2x can be written as 2 tangent x over 1 minus tan square x. And we are multiplying it with tangent x equals to 1. 4 will multiply with the numerator. This is 8 tangent x, 1 minus tan square x. This whole fraction is multiplying with tangent x equal it to 1. So we are left with 8 tan square x, and at the same time what we do is that we transfer this to the other side. So this is 1 minus tan square x. What do we have now? 8 plus 1, 9 tan square x equals to 1. Therefore, tan square x is equals to 1 over 9. Therefore, tangent x is equals to plus minus 1/3. Now, tangent x equals to plus minus 1/3. The first thing is all 4 quadrants. Why? Because for positive, we have the first and third quadrant. For negative value of tangent, we have second and fourth quadrant. So therefore, the answer is in all 4 quadrants. What else is there? The range is still the same. X lies between 0 and 360 degrees. Calculation of the basic angle, tangent of alpha is equals to plus 1 over 3. Therefore, alpha comes out to be 18.4 degrees. And then working would be the same as before. In the first quadrant, x, the required angle is the same thing as alpha, which is 18.4 degrees. In the second quadrant, x is 180 minus alpha. This is alpha right over here. This comes out to be 161.6 degrees. In the third quadrant, x is 180 plus alpha. This comes out to be 198.4 degrees. And last but not the least, that is the fourth quadrant. X is 360 degrees minus alpha. Therefore, this comes out to be 341.6 degrees. So these are the 4 solutions of this particular question. Let's move to the last question. Cosine x is on the outside. Inside the bracket, we have sine x plus 2 cosine x, bracket closed, equal to 1 on the right hand side. We first have to open up the bracket. So cosine x, sine x plus 2 cosine square x equals to 1. That is the first step. Second step, we can observe that cosine x, sine x, if I multiply it with 2, that is sine 2x. This is a double angle formula. In other words, cosine x, sine x is half sine 2x. So let me replace this thing with half sine 2x. Similarly, 2 cos square x equals to 1 can be written as 2 cos square x minus 1 equals to 0. This is the expansion of cosine 2x. One of the format is 2 cosine square x minus 1. Replace 2 cosine square x minus 1 with cosine 2x. And now the equation is all set to be solved. Half sine 2x plus cosine 2x equals to 0. Half sine 2x is equals to negative cosine 2x. Sine 2x is equals to negative 2 cosine 2x. This is after cross multiplication. Divide both sides by cosine 2x. What do we get? What we have is that tangent 2x equals to negative 2, and now we will start the 4-step process. So the first step is about quadrants. Tangent is negative in second and fourth quadrant. That is the first thing. The second thing is about the modification of range. X lies between 0 and 360. 2x lies between 0 and 720. So we will talk about 2 complete revolutions. One revolution is from 0 to 360, 0 to 720 is 2 revolutions. The third step is about calculation of basic angle. Tangent of alpha is positive 2. Basic angle is always calculated with a positive sign. Therefore, the value of alpha comes out to be 63.43 degrees. Now, some more steps are there. The first thing is that what we do is to draw a small sketch. So, I am drawing 2 grids, one for the second quadrant and one for the fourth quadrant. Now, let's look at this value. This value is 180 degrees minus the basic angle, which is 180 minus 63.43 degrees. This particular value is 360 degrees minus the basic angle, which is 360 degrees minus 63.43 degrees. We will simplify it at the very end. We are going one more revolution. So this particular answer, we will add 360 degrees to it. Same as the story over here. To this particular answer, what we will do is that we will add 360 degrees more. Now all these answers are equal to 2x. So therefore the calculation is 2x equals to 180 minus 63.43 degrees. Similarly, it's equal to 360 minus 63.43 degrees. And to these values, we are adding 180 minus 63.43 plus 360 degrees. Similarly, 360 minus 63.43 degrees plus 360 degrees. All these answers are equal to 2x. When we do the simplification, x comes out to be, the first answer is 58.3 degrees. Second one is 148.3 degrees. Third one is 238.3 degrees. And the last one is 328.3 degrees. These are the four answers for this particular question. So what have we learned in this video? We have learned to solve questions in the unit of degree and for equations that were involving the double angle formula for simplification purposes.